So I'm here at Zoho. And who are you?
I'm Raju Vagesna, evangelist for Zoho.
Yeah. And we were just talking about all sorts of stuff because Zoho is a tough company to
Track.
report on or track because you do so much. I mean,
Yeah.
you do a CRM app, you do an application development kit, you do a notebook. I mean, and you do an office suite.
There's a simpler way to look at it. Now,
Yeah.
if you look at Zoho apps, there are two categories. One is the productivity and collaboration applications, and the second one is the business applications. Productivity and collaboration apps are the ones used by any person in your business or even for your personal needs. While the business applications, like we try to meet the needs of the individual departments, like CRM for your sales and marketing department, or Zoho People for your HR department.
And you were saying you were getting a lot of wins with the CRM app because of your low price and your flexibility?
Sure, we see good migrations from Salesforce happening. We have seen that earlier, but I think the economic downturn is helping us, at least so far. We are seeing about 4 to 5 customer migrations every day.
Are you always the low-cost leader in all these areas?
Not always. I wouldn't say we are the absolute low-cost leader. It's like I would say the IKEA model. You have good quality and you have a good price.
Yeah.
So we are more like IKEA rather than say Walmart.
Yeah.
So yes, we do offer a lower cost, but price shouldn't be the issue. So it's a quality product at a very good price. You shouldn't think about price. So that's the model. So
Zoho seems like an enabler of a new kind of office to me. Is that how you would put it? Or a new kind of business, or a business that wants to collaborate online using, web browsers instead of installed software.
Absolutely. And again, here we are used to, especially if you consider a business, we are used to a model where you have each piece of software offered by a separate person or a separate vendor. That also means they are not integrated well with each other because you have to.
Let me move over here because the windows behind you make you disappear.
Which means when software is provided by the individual vendors and you have to spend money to integrate those things. Yeah. Zoho is in a unique position where we offer all the individual pieces and integrated well with each other and at a very affordable price, and that's a unique offering. I mean, there's no such solutions for SMBs today. It's
SMB, small and medium business.
Small and medium businesses today.
Yeah.
It's available for larger businesses, but they need to have teams of consultants or just some to integrate these pieces together. But for small and medium businesses, they really don't have a solution. So we are just trying to create all the tools that are needed for SMBs and give it to them at an affordable price.
Yeah. And it's easy to try out because all you need is a web browser. You don't need to install software.
No, nothing required. You just need to sign up. If you don't have a Zoho account, just log in with your Google account or Yahoo account. You need not create an account at Zoho. Just try it. It's even our business applications or other applications are free if you are an individual. Even for businesses, it's free for the first 10 users. So only from the 11th user, you basically start paying. So if you're making money, if you're growing, that's good. And you can pay us then. So that's the model.
You guys have had quite a few wins lately. It reported in the press with General Electric chose you guys over Google Docs and spreadsheets, right?
I mean, we don't have anything to comment on that.
Well, it was out there. You can do a Google search on GE and Zoho, and you'll find the articles.
There has been much speculation on that.
Yeah, all right. And can you give me a little taste of, let's say, 2 apps like Google, the App Creator, and the Marketplace? Show me what the Marketplace is, because today, I mean, everybody seemed like they announced a mobile marketplace at the Mobile World Congress today.
Everyone has a marketplace.
I mean, Nokia announced one, and Microsoft announced one, because they're all trying to compete with Apple. What does your marketplace do, and who is it aimed at?
Well, if you look at some of the applications, there are some certain set of applications which we call them as situated applications, which are needed for you, for your need, and it may not be a generic market, but it could meet your specific need. Let's say you want a simple app that travels your travel needs, or maybe for your business you might want to have a simple application to gather the expenses from all your employees, or things like that, some specific. Or you could have one app that just has all your videos and the links to that and everything in a simple database. you want to create it, right? In that case, you can just come down, create an application, and then if you think there are others who might benefit from it,
Yeah.
you
So
can
I
put
create
it in
the world's best expense reporting app.
and put it in the marketplace.
And how much can I charge for that?
It's up to you. So
Okay.
you can choose to give it away for free, or you can choose to charge for it.
Okay.
Now, if I like your application, I can come into marketplace and say I want to purchase this application, and we give you 100% to you. So we don't take any cut like other marketplaces.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How do you guys make money then?
Well, because if I am purchasing the application, and if I am hosting it, obviously hosting it on Zoho, and
okay.
if I am growing, because even if I just purchase the application, I host it on Zoho for free. But if I want to share that application with multiple users and enhance it, then I pay Zoho.
What kind of apps are you seeing being developed already?
Well, these are all mini applications, like mini travel applications, or even in some cases we have mini CRM applications developed on Zoho Creator, some customer support applications, and we have about 20 to 30 applications we use internally, and we just put it in the marketplace so that anyone can take it up.
Very cool.
So there are a few hundreds of applications on marketplace available.
Very cool. Can we see a demo of that, and maybe a demo of the CRM app that you do, and
Sure.
then maybe a little demo of the Zoho Creator, because that's one of the more interesting
Let me show
interesting
you
things,
Zoho
because you can
Creator.
see
Yeah.
how many things you have: email and writer and spreadsheets and presentation tools, all sorts of fun stuff to try out on Zoho.
Yeah.
So
Zoho Creator is one of my favorite applications, and recently.
should we do that last, or should we do that first?
We can do that first.
Okay.
Or do you want to just take a quick look at all?
No, I wanted to see Marketplace, the CRM, and
Sure.
the Creator.
Okay.
But let's do the Creator first.
Okay, we can do Creator. I did a sample application called Layoff Tracker.
So this tracks layoffs around the world?
Yes. In fact, I grabbed the data from TechCrunch.
Yep.
And I created a simple application. This information is all coming from TechCrunch, updated regularly. And I have sorted that same information in a different way so that you can see the layoffs in Feb, in Jan, on what date. For example, on Wednesday, the 7th, these are the companies that laid off. I can click on EMC and you know how many people they laid off.
Wow.
And this information is automatically generated and tracked.
Now this is a good example of what I meant by you're a new kind of business. Because if I have Microsoft Excel, first of all, grabbing data from TechCrunch, it doesn't have a concept of that there's
Absolutely.
an internet with a bunch of live data that's always changing out there to grab through an
Absolutely.
API or through a RSS feed or something like that.
This is a new model. And you add the data and you'll see the changes elsewhere. Yeah. And for example, here now, if you add some information, if you know of any layoff, you can add some information here. That information will appear here, and it will also be reflected in the reports. For example, we also have an ability to create reports as well.
Oh, wow.
So here you know on what month which company laid off. So for example, these are based on months and countries.
So you have a charting application that you
We
can
have
use.
an application called Zoho Reports, which lets you create reports of the data, mine the data and create reports, and that reports can now be embedded as part of the Creator application. It took me less than half an hour to create this simple application. Yeah. And I pretty much didn't write a single line of code. And it's just simple drag and drop, copy paste, and you have an application ready. And that's the power of Zoho Creator. So
Very cool.
And these are some of the applications. If you're tracking layoffs, say by date.
Now, if I knew that XYZ company laid off 1,000 people today, and I put it in here, does it also shove back over to the TechCrunch database?
Well, if they integrate it, but not yet. If they integrate it, yes, it will. But at least it will show up in Zoho Creator database.
Okay.
And that will also be reflected across all the charts and everything. And you can take the entire data or even these charts and embed it. And you can even do your own research. For example, you want to do a different kind of a chart, just change it. Maybe do a line chart for it, or click on any of these data points to look at the data that is beneath these charts.
Now, how much are these tools or services that you're using? The reporter and the
Zoho Creator.
How much do I have to pay for this?
Both are free. Both are free if you're an individual. If you're just trying it out, we don't have a pricing for Zoho database. For Zoho Creator, you can create up to 10 applications for free, only from the 11th application, and we charge.
Wow.
So
And can I use programming?
Yes.
Does this have an API? So if I'm a Python
Absolutely.
programmer or something like that?
Absolutely. We have a programming API, basically an API, and we launched something interesting, especially for Zoho reports, called Cloud SQL. Let me show you. It's SQL for the cloud. It's available at cloudsql.zoho.com.
Yeah.
It's basically a way where you can take all your data out of Zoho through SQL.
Okay.
Problem with the APIs is, I mean, you could be using Java, you could be using PHP, whatever language. You have to grab the data in the appropriate language and take it. But we thought, what's a common way that a user knows without being language specific? We thought SQL. SQL is a common language. Of course, it varies from vendor to vendor, but we have the technology that understands all the SQL dialects.
So if I'm an Oracle guy,
You know, if you're an Oracle guy, Informix guy, DB2, SQL Server, MySQL, it really doesn't matter. Any SQL dialect, you can use that. We understand it, we interpret it, we convert it internally, grab the data for you, and send it across.
wow.
So this is the technology that we have introduced, and we have some partners integrating it. For example, we have a CRM application, and people want to integrate it with their QuickBooks application on-premise. So they are using SQL there. So integrating a hosted application with the on-premise application,
Yep.
they are using the Cloud SQL technology to take that. We are expanding that to other applications as well, so that we really don't want to tie in or lock in these users. It's their data, they have to own it, and we have to make it easy for them to take their data with them. So that's a concept. So we are providing API and also the Cloud SQL.
Very cool. Let's real fast see the CRM app.
Sure. So CRM is available in three flavors. The free version is free for 3 users. Professional is $12 a user a month, and enterprise is 25 user a month. A demo version is available online. You can directly try out demo if you're a sales manager or a marketing manager, or if you want to try it as an administrator, you can do that as well.
Okay.
So let me highlight some of the interesting key parts here. So again, we have all the key modules: leads, account, contacts, opportunities. We have obviously have dashboards and a lot more. We have lots of other additional modules as well. There are some interesting integrations I thought will be interesting. If
And
you
that
look
guy sure wants to get a hold of you. Sorry.
If you are looking at, I mean, typically if you are looking at these CRM, editing the content, editing the contacts is really a pain, especially it's form based. People love spreadsheet because it's really easy to edit content, especially when you're editing lots of them. So we thought, why not integrate our spreadsheet application with our CRM application?
Yep.
So let's say here I have a list of contacts. I can edit these contacts in a spreadsheet view. I can say here I have something called Zoho Sheet View.
Yep.
I can click on that, and that basically loads up our spreadsheet application in a tab. So it opens a tab, opens our spreadsheets, loads all the contacts in the spreadsheet.
Now we're in your spreadsheet
In
application.
Zoho spreadsheet application.
Wow.
And I just type in my name here and just save it.
Yep.
So I'm editing a spreadsheet, so I can change all the values here in a spreadsheet for all the contacts. And I close it, I come back to Zoho CRM, and you will see the updates here in the spreadsheet application.
Yeah.
So that's the power. So you can directly see the updated stuff right here.
Now, a lot of people who haven't played with online office apps like this, they're used to the old way of working. You have to take your data out of your your CRM app, pull it into Exchange. So you probably have to export that data as a
Yes.
CRV file or something like that. Pull it in an Exchange, edit it there, save it back out, and then re-import it back.
Well, yeah, we also have a plugin to your Outlook, for example.
Oh.
If you have your contacts in your Outlook, well, install our plugin. We all automatically synchronize your contacts from your Outlook to Zoho CRM. That's a simpler way.
Yeah.
Similarly, if you use an MS Office, well, we have an Office plugin for our Office suite, which means you can open your Microsoft document in MS Office, and if you're traveling, just save a copy of it in Zoho.
Yeah.
and open it while you don't have access to your laptop. Open it in Zoho and make changes, save it, and when you're back with your laptop, you can just open the same document from Zoho.
That's pretty crazy. And also, because this is on the internet, I could have 10 people looking at that spreadsheet, editing it, right?
Same time.
At the same time.
At the same time.
So now my team is much more collaborative and much more interactive.
Absolutely.
And I don't have to worry about revision tracking or somebody making a change and then I overrode it or something like that.
Absolutely. Everything is taken care automatically, and even while editing, you can even chat with others. So even chat is included. Or you can say, I want to share my desktop with you. So we are integrating, say, our web conferencing, because that's the advantage of having multiple applications. We also have a web conferencing application where you can share your desktop with others.
Wow.
So it's all one layer or the above. There are content creation tools, there are messaging tools, chat, email, and then there are other tools that now when we bring all this together, I think it can be really powerful. I mean, this is the interface for, say, Zoho, that brings in all the applications.
Yeah.
So we have the applications here, the list of applications. That's it.
Calendar, documents, notebooks, wikis,
word processors, spreadsheet, presentation, note-taking applications, web conferencing.
And this is your email service. This isn't Gmail.
This is email. But I also fetch my Gmail emails here because they have IMAP or POP. So I also fetch my other emails here. And we take a slightly different approach. So it's not folders versus labels. We take folders and labels. We don't want to choose what the user wants.
Yeah.
You can, if you prefer labels, well, you can use that.
Now I see a voicemail from my phone in your email box. How did you do that?
Well, I use a service called Umail.
Okay.
Umail is a great service. I love it. It's free. I don't have a good signal, but I prefer having all your voicemails as email.
Yeah.
And they basically send you as an MP3 file, or I can play it right here, or I can play the message right here.
Yeah.
And that's it. They also have an iPhone app, and I can play my voicemails like the regular voicemail. So
wow,
it's a really good service.
Very cool. Anything else? I mean, we could go on for hours because really Zoho is introducing, I think, a new way to work with other people and for very low cost with a lot of these different tools. And we could go through each one of these tools and take 15 minutes to an hour on each one. But you can get in here and play around for free, right? You don't
Everything
have to
is free. You can just play around. All the applications are free for individuals. So just sign up, try it, and don't even have to create an account. That's the beauty of it. So
very cool. Well, thanks for spending a few minutes with me on President's Day and coming in on a day off. So
thank you, Nori, for always great meeting you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks.